Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is HL15 and this is where I go over all your favorite superhero and supervillain origins. And today, we're going to be talking about Shazam. Now before I start, I want to say that I'm going to be covering the New 52 origin of Shazam, and not the Golden Age origin. And now, let's begin. So, Billy Batson wasn't a happy kid and wasn't the most polite. He was just simply a terrible foster kid. After the death of his parents, Billy became more of a rebel and acting cruel to most people. He went foster home to foster home until he landed in an orphanage in Philadelphia and was forced to live with a new family. He was now adopted to this new family, and this is where he met the rest of them, the children, who were also adopted. Mary, Freddie, Eugene, Peter, and Darla. And in this image right here, Darla was the most excited and quickly gave him a big hug. And immediately after, Billy told her that he isn't her brother and they aren't family. Darla ran off crying, and Billy stormed to his room, annoyed by everyone. The next morning, Freddie showed Billy the school, and like usual, Billy wasn't interested but until he finds Mary, Freddie, Eugene, Peter, and Darla being picked on, and Billy stepped in and beat the three kids, but then the head teacher showed up. The head teacher explains to Billy's foster dad that Billy has been kicked out of every school due to serious behavior. Also, the father of the kids that Billy beats up is a businessman who funds the school, shows up at the door. Now, across the world, Dr. Savannah and his team finally found the magical wall that allows them to see magic. And in this image, you can see that there's like a big ass scar just running down his eye. It looks cool. Don't at me. But then this wall explodes and there stands Black Adam. It's at this point where Billy and Freddie start hotwiring Mr. Breyer's car, the father of the three boys Billy beat up. And it makes a loud sound, and Billy told Freddie to hide in a bush, and he makes a run for it. And the kids run out of the house chasing Billy down to the subway tunnels, where he boards a train. But as he did, he was transported away to the Rock of Eternity, where he met the wizard. There, the wizard searched. What the hell? Searched. Sorry, I cannot speak today. Searched the boy's soul, and saw that he was not perfectly good. When he told him this, Billy was instantly enraged at him for thinking that perfect good exists. That in this world, everyone gets treated so badly, that everyone gets stepped on. Good people always turn bad in the end. And the wizard hears this boy's point and witnessed all the good that Billy has done in his life and accepted that the world has changed, with perfection being exchanged for the hope of becoming good. Then the wizard granted Billy the ability to wield the living lightning, turning him into the champion, Shazam. Billy is now transported back to where Freddie is after the wizard collapses, and Freddie is really creeped out, he's weirded out that there's a big dude, big buff dude who's in red, has a cloak, and Freddie tries to run away, but then obviously Billy catches him and he tells him that it's him, but he's in an adult body. And after Freddie believes him after a little smile that Billy does. And so Freddie believes him, and then they go and test out Shazam's powers. And when they do this, they lift Mr. Breyer's car and crushes it, and then they run off laughing. It gets funny at this point because of how Billy has these powers, and their first idea is to buy beer, because technically Billy is an adult, but they don't have money, so they found a lady getting mugged, and Shazam smashes the mugger to a car, and the lady gives Shazam $20, and they finally go and get their beer. Is that seriously that easy, just to get money? Just to save a lady getting mugged? I should write this down. Okay, I'm just kidding. But anyways, during this, however, Dr. Savannah showed Black Adam the new world, which Adam was not really satisfied with. He started his plans to change the world, and to do that, he left to find the Rock of Eternity. There, he found that there was a new champion who Adam wanted to find. Billy got into a fight with Freddy over not wanting to go home or change back into his human body, and the two split up. When he was alone, Shazam was finally found with Black Adam, who attacked without remorse. And feeling scared, Billy managed to escape but changing back into his teenage body and had to hide in a zoo and being comforted by a tiger he called Tawny. Eventually, his adopted siblings come to support him and tells him that he needs to take this cycle down or he's going to kill everyone. And at first, Billy doesn't have the confidence. I mean, he just got his ass kicked by a grown-up with the same powers as him, who's even more terrifying. But after some convincing, Billy managed to find the courage to confront Black Adam. But first, they needed to go back to the Rock of Eternity. Billy and the others go to the station, and it doesn't even transport them for some reason. But a woman on a tablet called Francesca spoke to Billy and showed him who Black Adam really is. And she explains that a long time ago there was a slave boy in ancient Kahndaq. The boy was forced to work in mines and was all alone before his uncle saved him from a guard. The two wanted to escape, but in the process were found by the Council of Wizards. There, the wizard Shazam decided to give the boy a connection to the living lightning, but he refused and wanted to share it with his dying uncle to save him. A wish the wizard granted. Before she could finish, Billy stops her and runs off after hearing that the kid was Black Adam. And so he stands before Adam, and Adam grabs him by the mouth and then shows Billy the true story. You see, Adam wasn't even the boy. Instead, he was the uncle. And this is where it goes really dark, like really, really dark, like the Dark Knight type of dark. You see, Black Adam, he killed his own nephew when he learned that he didn't want to use his powers for revenge. And this made Adam feel weird inside. I mean, like, they just got trampled on by people so powerful than them, and this kid wanted to use his powers to save people. Adam had no choice but to take the powers for himself. And of course, Billy was horrified by this and was saved by the Foster family when they drove a freaking truck into Black Adam. I mean, where did they find this truck? Was it just laying around somewhere? And where did they find the keys? Okay, I'm going way too deep into this. This is like... Okay, I'm not gonna go into this. This is just really weird. Billy has now turned into Shazam and is facing Adam, only to find that he had caught his foster family. Black Adam ordered Shazam to give him all his powers. Shazam tried to, but accidentally enchanted his own siblings with the living lightning. Now that the siblings have powers, they all try to overpower Black Adam, but needed to split up because the deadly 7 sins was summoned by Dr. Zavana to destroy the city. So Shazam and Adam continue their battle and arrive at the zoo, where Tawny, the tiger, tried to help Billy and attack Adam. Fearing for the tiger's life, Shazam tried to enchant the tiger, but it was unsuccessful, and the tiger was out cold. That spell broke the balance of his existing enchantments, and the siblings felt a loss of power. Knowing that physically he has no match, like he's not compared to Black Adam. Like Black Adam, he's way more stronger, and Billy notices this, so he turns back into his teenage body and started taunting Adam to do the same. Now Black Adam did so, and is in his human body, but he doesn't even realize that Billy just tricked him to unwillingly kill himself, because Adam, he hasn't turned back into his human form for centuries. His human body aged hundreds of years in a single moment, causing his body to turn to dust. Now that is the end of Shazam New 52 Origin. Now I've got to say, this is personally one of my favorite origins, like the new origin of Shazam. I mean, you got the Golden Age version, that's perfectly fine, but I think that this one is the more realistic, and I kind of like that. I mean, it makes Billy more human than he already is. It makes him more relatable to the younger generation, which I find really awesome. I mean, it's not just because I'm a big fan of Shazam. I mean, I know all of his, all the lore, the backstory, the comics, but it's just that he's a teenager, and he has these powers, and it's just really awesome. I mean, when you think when you were a kid, you obviously wanted to become a superhero at a young age, and now I'm reading a teenager who gets these powers, and he just messes around. I mean, that panel of when he was just testing out powers, that's just fun. And now, the good thing is that Shazam is getting his own movie, and they're really making this movie into like a very comic accurate DC movie. I mean, that's just really awesome. And I mean, I'm kind of gushing over Shazam right now, so I think I'm gonna stop right here. Thank you guys for watching. I really put so much effort into this video. I mean, more than the rest of my other videos that I've done. But again, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and smash that subscribe button. And like always, guys, stay positive and peace.